Hi, I'm Euan from the Edinburgh Bicycle Co-op, and today we're going to talk about electric bikes, or e-bikes. So what is an e-bike? An e-bike is a bicycle kitted out with a small battery-powered motor to give you additional assistance up to 15 miles an hour. You can still go faster than this, but only under your own steam. It's not a motorbike, the motor simply makes each pedal stroke easier, reducing the overall effort. Rather than a throttle control, the assistance is automatic. Every e-bike can tell how fast you're pedaling and how hard you're working. You can then select different modes to determine the amount of assistance the bike will give. Many e-bikes have a walk assist to make it easier to push the bike up a hill. This is the only time you'll get assistance without pedaling. The range you can expect from your e-bike is affected by a lot of things. The weight of the rider, how hilly the terrain is, the level of assist you opt for, but most importantly, the capacity of the battery. E-bikes are offered in a range of capacities, measured in watt-hours. The bigger the number, the bigger the range. A small e-bike with a compact 400 watt-hour battery might get you 30 to 60 miles, while a more advanced e-bike with dual 600 watt-hour batteries, 1,200 watts in total, might give you 3 times that. The only way to charge your battery is at the end of your ride. The batteries are charged up from the wall with the provided charger. With some bikes you can even remove the battery to take it inside for charging. There are a range of different toys kitted out depending on the bike. Displays are common to give you ride information such as speed or remaining range. Often you get a remote near the hand grip to allow you to change modes on the fly. Some e-bikes provide front and rear lights that run off of the main battery, which can also be controlled from the remote. Some smart e-bikes can be set up and adjusted from an app on your phone. There are different kinds of e-bikes to suit different riders. The common categories of e-bike are hybrid, road, mountain, folding, and cargo. If you know what style you're interested in, you can skip to that section here. Otherwise, sit down, grab some popcorn, and we're going to go through all of them. Okay, so first off we have hybrid electric bikes. This is a really popular category of electric bike. They're designed for pretty much a bit of everything. They're really popular for use around town, for commuting on, for kind of leisure cycling, and this can be on road and on kind of paths and tracks and things as well. Typically they're quite comfort orientated, so you'll see a lot of comfort features on them, like kind of high-rise handlebars that offer a comfortable sitting position, broad comfy saddles, suspension forks, and in terms of technical features, things like displays on the front are very popular options so that you can track the amount of mileage that you've used, how much juice you've got left in the battery, make sure that you're still going to get home with the charge that you've got available. So that's one style of bike, but the hybrid bikes come in a kind of broad range. So you can get comfort orientated stuff like this. You can get bikes more like this style of bike here, which is something a bit kind of lighter and faster. So it's still a hybrid bike. You can still use it in all the same places. It's good for use on tracks and paths as well as around town. But it's maybe a bit sportier. So it's done away with the display, and you've got an integrated battery in it. So it's a kind of a cleaner setup, and the bike itself is lighter, it's faster, it's kind of sportier. It'll allow you to cover more distance, maybe at the sacrifice of a bit of comfort, but it's mostly to do with kind of what you're wanting to get out of the bike. Okay, so for longer rides and more serious riders, you get electric road bikes. These are more performance orientated than hybrid electric bikes are. They've got lighter frames, stiffer frames, they've got a more aerodynamic riding position, so it's a more aggressive position you're in, but it's designed for doing longer trips and for covering more distance. They tend to have a much more slick look to them than the electric hybrid bikes do, so displays aren't particularly popular. A lot of them will have an integrated battery on it to give it as slick a look as possible. Adding a motor to a road bike is an absolute game changer. It has the ability to vastly extend the range of the ride that you do on it, and it allows you to get up hills that previously would be insurmountable. Okay, e-mountain bikes. These do one thing very well, they get you up to the top of the hill fast. So they can do everything that a normal mountain bike can do, but you can pedal up to the top of the hill in the fraction of the time that you would have otherwise. It gives you a lot more time for descending, it gives you a lot more time for just honing your skills on single track. You can forget about the huffing and puffing to get to the top and actually focus on the stuff that's enjoyable. There's a broad range of styles of electric mountain bike, similar to non-electric mountain bikes. So whatever style of mountain bike riding it is that you're into, there's going to be an e-mountain bike to match. Okay, for situations where space is an issue, you get folding electric bikes. These are kind of designed like hybrid electric bikes for leisure cycling and use around town, but in a much smaller package. They're great if you need to fold them up and transport them in the boot of your car, or take them on a train, or store them in a small cupboard. They're popular for commuting from the train station to work. They're popular for sticking in the back of your camper van and taking away on holiday with you. There's a number of benefits to having this in an electric format and having the electric assistance. If you're commuting to work from the train station, it means you don't arrive sweaty, you're not going to need a shower when you get there. If you're taking it in your camper van, maybe it means that you're not out of puff by the time you get from the campsite to the chippy. Due to the size of the bike, they tend to come with smaller, lighter batteries on them with a lower range, so they're more designed around the idea of shorter, more local journeys. Okay, electric cargo bikes. These are designed to do anything that a car or a van can do. So lugging heavy loads, doing the weekly shop, even dropping the kids off at school. This style of bike probably comes in the widest variety of appearances. When people think of cargo bikes, they probably think of a design like this, so a classic front loader cargo bike. But they do come in kind of other shapes and forms as well. Some cargo bikes that we sell look quite similar to a normal hybrid bike, albeit much beefier and with a lot of loading space on the front and back of the bike. You also get cargo bikes like this style here, which is what we call a rear loader. Now, there's a number of advantages to this style here. You still got plenty of space for carrying passengers or for carrying cargo on the back, but the design with the smaller wheels, combined with the fact that you can fold the handlebar down and you can collapse the seat, leaves you with a shape that's very long and thin. So it can actually be slid into the back of a car when the seats are down, or even in the case of this particular bike, stored vertically, tucked away into a corner to take up as little room as possible when you're not using it. Adding electric motors to a cargo bike makes the whole concept much more viable. Traditionally, cargo bikes would be slow, going uphill would be almost impossible. With an electric motor in it, it completely changes it. Going up hills is no problem at all, it's no effort, you can carry as much weight as you want. The bikes themselves are quite heavy, so the range is affected. With the same capacity of battery, you're going to get less distance out of a cargo bike. But most cargo bikes give you the ability to add 2 batteries into them, so you can double the range.